Hi, my name is Adam Hubbard. I'm 38 years old. I live in Conway, Arkansas. Reason being why I would like to be the one to come on the show is to get back what I've lost. And what I've lost is a great deal to me. I've lost pride, I've lost respect, and I've gotten lazy. Before I wound up having my kidney transplant, I was an up and coming bodybuilder. Had every promising ambition of going pro with it. Weighed in 198 pounds, stage weight, about 2% body fat. And all that pretty much went away after my transplant. I got lazy, stopped working out, wasn't able to stay on the diet that I'd always held so near and dear to my heart. My transplant wound up starting off simply like this. I was getting ready for a show and had already went to the weigh-in. After I'd gotten to the weigh-in, went back to my room, carb loaded, and started having stomach cramps around probably 9 p.m. I went ahead and took an Ambien to go ahead and get some sleep, and the pain persisted. It persisted up until the wee hours of the morning. At that point, my wife went ahead and took me to the emergency room at Northwest Regional Medical Center in Springdale, Arkansas. They went ahead and drew my blood, gave me some pain for the medicine, gave me some medicine for the pain, and the results came back that I was in complete renal failure. At that point, I knew my bodybuilding career was over. That there wasn't much of anything that I would be able to do in order to ever get back on stage. I did go into a depression at that point. I started going through the process of doing my dialysis. I went through a surgical procedure to where I had a tube implanted into my stomach, and that was for me to do the dialysis that I would be able to do at home. I started off doing that, and it wasn't concentrated enough. My blood had gotten to be so trashy that I almost died. They had to insert a pick into my neck where the scar is, and I actually had to go in once a day for about 2 weeks to actually have hemodialysis done. And it wound up giving me incredible migraines, made me nauseous, and I was pretty much worthless at that point. Luckily, I did not have to wind up waiting long. I was diagnosed in August of 2008 with renal failure. And in March 25th of 2009, which basically I consider my new birthday, my brother donated a kidney to me. We went through the process and the prep, and it seemed like it was going to take forever. And we went through the surgical procedure, and I had to stay in the hospital for 4 days. I literally had to get up the next morning after surgery and stand on a scale. It took me an hour and a half to get out of the bed because of the pain. And by that afternoon, they made me actually walk the hallway. I've never knew that I could endure so much pain. The reason for my kidneys to fail was actually a genetic disease that I've had all of my life. It was called glomerulonephritis. And basically what that means is 1 out of every 5 of my filters in my kidney was blowing trash back into my bloodstream. And over time, it was just gradually making me feel fluish, making me feel just pretty much horrible. And it had gotten to the point where bodybuilding and competing and water depleting myself was just harder on my kidneys than what my kidneys could handle. And they eventually just shut down. I know a lot of people have actually asked me and thought, Adam, did you do steroids? I never did steroids. I always preached against them. And that's one of the first things that the doctors told my wife was this wasn't caused by any steroid related incidents, because she had actually thought that I had done steroids. This put a lot of strain on my marriage from my transplant, and it had actually sunk me into a depression. So with a lot of the medication that I had to take, I had gained a ton of weight. I'd gotten up to 300 pounds. And once taken off the medication, my weight came down slowly. I tried getting back into the gym. I tried eating a proper diet, and I did lose a little bit of weight. I got down to 285 pounds. But I've just gotten to the point of being lazy anymore. I've gotten to the point of not wanting to work out, not wanting to go to the gym, which is very hypocritical considering I'm a personal trainer. I actually do make diets for individuals. I actually tell them what to eat and fuss at them for what they should be eating, and fuss at them for when they don't eat. But then I go home and I do the same exact thing. I sit there and eat what I tell others not to eat, and I do what I tell others not to do. I can't stand being this person anymore. I want to be the old me. I need the motivation. So I'm asking, would you please help me? Hope you like this. Thanks.